Now, Brad McMillan joins me from Waltham, Massachusetts. He's Chief Investment Officer for Commonwealth Financial Network. So it looks like investors are struggling a bit for direction here, a bit of uncertainty in there. Washington being the biggie. What's going to happen? Washington going to get its act together? If not, what's the impact?
Well, I think, unfortunately, the odds are against Washington getting their act together. What we have here is essentially we've got the government shutdown is going to be the preview to the main show, which is going to be the debt ceiling debate. I don't think they're actually going to shut down the government. I expect them to come to a last-minute deal to fund the government for the short term. But then that only buys us about 2 weeks, at which point we have the debt ceiling debate, and that could be really difficult.
Now, we see the Dow and the S&P down for the fourth straight day. What's volume telling us?
Well, I think the market spiked, obviously, after the Fed said they weren't going to taper. But then we've given all of that back and then some since then. And I think a couple of sources of uncertainty have been introduced into the market. First of all, you have the uncertainty that no one really knows what the Fed's decision function is right now. Second of all, you have the Washington uncertainty. And the Fed explicitly, Bernanke explicitly referenced that in his comments. The problem here is the last time this happened in 2011, we had months to talk about it. Now we have a situation where we've been under the usual emergency measures for the Treasury. We actually hit the limit back in May, and now we've only got a couple of days to deal with it. That kind of compressed time schedule makes it much, much easier to make mistakes. The markets looked at this situation, and they've decided they don't much like what they see.
We certainly have had a busy week for speeches when it comes to Fed officials, and they have been sending out that mixed message, as you say. So another catalyst for the markets will be third quarter earnings. What are you expecting there?
I think we're starting to see earnings topping out. There are a couple of things driving that. First of all, top-line growth is limited. Even though I expect to see the economy accelerating growth, we're not seeing the kind of corporate earnings growth that we've seen. We're seeing stock buybacks go down. We're seeing the refinancing opportunities at low interest rates go away. I think we're going to see downward adjustments, and I think overall it's going to be disappointing according to current expectations. I think investors are going to end up being disappointed, and we at Commonwealth have been recommending a certain degree of caution.